In this episode, we talk about the Delhi liquor policy case and what the Enforcement Directorate requires the defense to do. We also talk about nearly 100 schools in Delhi receiving a bomb threat. But first, we talk about the Karnataka sex abuse case. Hi, I'm Shashank Bhargava, and you're listening to Three Things, the Indian Express news show. Right now, the Janata Dal secular, the BJP's alliance partner in Karnataka, finds itself embroiled in a major controversy. Its candidate from the Hassan constituency and Member of Parliament Prajwal Revanna has been booked in connection with an alleged sexual abuse case involving several women whose videos have been circulating online. Revanna is the grandson of the former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda and the son of the former minister and JDS leader H.D. Revanna, whose name also features in the case. Now, while Prajwal claims that the videos are morphed, the Karnataka government has formed a special investigation team to probe the allegations. It's also crucial to note that Prajwal has reportedly fled the country and is said to be in Germany at the moment. Yesterday, in a post online, he said that he's not in Bangalore to attend the inquiry and sought 7 days' time to appear before the special investigation team. This happened around the same time that Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging the central government to cancel his diplomatic passport and take measures to ensure his return. In this segment, we first speak to Indian Express's Kiran Parashar about the case and later talk about how the BJP has responded to the matter. Kiran, although we are talking about it now, this controversy is not exactly new. It is supposed to have started with a pen drive some months back. Tell us, when did this matter first come to light?
So this pen drive became a point of discussion some 4-5 months ago, but it was still unclear of how did it came out or what was the content of this pen drive and all those things. If I have to take you back, so this pen drive was in discussion in December when defeated BJP leader from Holenarsipur, G. Devaraje Gowda, wrote a letter to the BJP state president B.Y. Vijayendra and also to the central leadership, Narendra Modi, and also to Amit Shah, stating that it was a time when this BJP and JDS alliance was in a discussion. Then Devaraje Gowda told that if this alliance happened, it would not be right to give ticket to Prajwal Revanna because he had clearly mentioned that there were about 2,961 sleazy videos of Prajwal Revanna, and he had told that this may affect the alliance as well as the party as well, and he also had told that he would be ready to come and show to the senior leaders if they choose to. So when he shot this letter, and in the later days he also held a press meet, but he did not speak anything much about the video or anything.
Right, and what is the reason that he did not talk about the videos in this press meet? Why did he not reveal the details?
So, Prajwal Revanna himself had got a injunction order against 86 media outlets and 3 private persons, saying in the gag order, he stated that there is a threat of broadcasting, publishing and circulating such fake news, morph photo, video against the plaintiff by the defendants. So, this was one of the reasons why Devaraje Gowda did not speak to the media, because one of the defendant or one of the person whom against Prajwal Revanna had got injunction was against G. Devaraje Gowda.
Okay, so this entire thing happened around 4 to 5 months back, as you say. But when did it get to the point that the Karnataka government started taking action and even formed a special investigation team?
3-4 days before the first phase of Karnataka elections, I'm speaking of April 26, these videos through thousands of pen drives were circulated and distributed across Hassan Lok Sabha constituency. Some of the pen drives were kept on the seats of the buses, some of them were distributed in the parks, some of them were distributed in public places, in villages, in hoblis and in every place. So the videos that were in the pen drive got into WhatsApp or the social media medium. So the moment it got into social media, then these videos went very much viral. So soon after that, Karnataka State Commission for Women, it took cognizance of the issue and wrote a letter to Karnataka Chief Minister as well as the DGP, and it sought a special investigation to be formed to investigate the case. So when this happened, the Karnataka Chief Minister announced that he will form a special investigation team to look into the case. So, a special investigation team headed by ADGP rank IPS officer BK Singh. This SIT team was formed, and by now the SIT team number has increased to 21. So, this is how the case has been handed over to SIT.
Right, and we understand that Prajwal has reportedly fled the country and he's said to be in Germany at the moment. But talking about these videos, can we see Prajwal Revanna in them?
See, there are about 2,967 files which contains photos, videos, all these things. So basically, it is alleged that the videos were shot by Prajwal, and there are some of the videos where WhatsApp video calls have been exchanged between some people. This includes a lot of women, and majorly one of the victims who spoke said that it was a case of sexual exploitation than anything else. And the victim also pointed out that it would be very hard for them to take against HD Revanna and his family in Hassan especially.
Right, and what is being alleged, of course, is that these are sexual abuse videos. Talk about what we have heard from the women who feature in them.
So, at least 5 people have appeared before the SIT and have recorded their statements. One of the women who used to work as a house help in HD Revanna's house has alleged that both Revanna and his son, Prajwal Revanna, used to sexually exploit them when they were at work at their home. She also has mentioned that this entire episode or ordeal that she has to face through between 2019 and 2022. So, the police have registered a case against HD Revanna and Prajwal Revanna, both. So, this is the only person or the victim account that we have so far.
And Kiran, we are in the middle of elections right now. Talk about the pressure this has put on the JDS and the BJP, its alliance partner in Karnataka.
So, this video came to the public domain. It started doing rounds in the media only after April 26th, which is the first phase of Karnataka elections, and 14 constituencies from Karnataka on May 7th. So, these videos have affected the JDS and BJP. Meanwhile, another thing that has to be noted is that there are more number of women voters in Karnataka in many of the constituencies. For example, in 26th, the 14 constituencies which went for elections on April 26th, out of 14 constituencies, 10 constituencies had more women voters than the men voters. So, this has also turned out to be a political mudslinging where Congress is blaming JDS and BJP, whereas JDS just now has expelled Prajwal Revanna from the party, and it has stated that it has suspended Prajwal Revanna from the party, and it has said that till the SIT report is submitted, he will be kept under suspension and later action will be taken based on the SIT report. And also this has caused a kind of embarrassment for the BJP as well as JDS, because Prajwal Revanna is the grandson of former Prime Minister HD Devegowda, and he was considered to be the apparent heir of the JDS with his brother Suraj Revanna and Kumaraswamy's son Nikhil Kumaraswamy. Meantime, this alliance of BJP and JDS is causing a lot of embarrassment for BJP as well, as Congress has started asking questions of why Prime Minister or Vijayendra was silent even when this case was informed or these incidents were informed by a BJP leader in December 2023.
And was this before or after the two parties had formed an alliance together?
So both parties got into alliance in the later stage, but this was not before this CDs and other things were out. And another interesting point that you have to note is that the BJP leaders and probably the JDS leaders were also aware of this video. In one of the interviews, HD Kumaraswamy, former Chief Minister and JDS leader, says that he admitted that there were issues in Hassan Lok Sabha segment and BJP had alerted them about this, but still Devegowda went ahead and said that he would secure that seat for the alliance. So when Devegowda did that, everybody agreed to it. But they may not be knowing what specifically it was. Probably HD Devegowda may not be knowing what specifically the issue was.
Now, initially the BJP was completely silent on this matter. However, it now appears to be turning the tables on the Congress government in Karnataka. When we spoke to Indian Express's deputy editor Liz Mathew, she told us about it.
So, there are 2 points in what BJP says. First, we have nothing to do with the episode. The party, as an alliance partner, has no responsibility or nor a right to intervene into the internal affairs of another party in deciding their candidates. Once we had decided to have the alliance and decided to share this many seats, it is entirely up to the alliance partner to decide who is going to be fielded there.
The party says that this is something the JDS should have kept in mind. But the second thing the party says relates to the person who had given a heads up about this matter to the central leadership, Devaraj Gowda, who Kiran had talked about earlier. Sources within the BJP told Liz that Gowda is considered close to H.D. Kumaraswamy, who has a known rivalry with Prajwal's family, and so the party could not trust him as a source.
Yes, the party could not take it as a serious warning per se. Second thing, okay, we had no right or we had no influence on the ally to decide who's the candidate. But these so-called video tapes were in taking rounds and it was there before the elections. So why didn't the Congress government take any stand? Why didn't the Congress government file an FIR and initiate a probe against him?
Similarly, the BJP also accuses the Congress of allowing Prajwal Revanna to leave the state.
So politically, the BJP is trying to turn the tables on the Congress because they know that it has become a big issue for them, especially when Prime Minister Modi is heavily relying or pitching for this, a woman supporters and women being a major support base of the BJP. So as we know that BJP had denied tickets or kind of withdrawn the candidacy of one leader in Asansol in Bengal because his songs had some misogynistic comment. So when the party is taking such a sensitive approach, obviously this kind of some controversy would affect them.
She says the BJP cannot really say that only JDS should be scrutinized. Because last year, when Nitish Kumar made sexist remarks in the Bihar Assembly, the party had heavily criticized the Congress as well.
So the same case with Udayanithi Stalin's comment about Sanathan Dharma. When he made the comment, they wanted Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi to explain what is their stand. So the BJP cannot completely say that it is an alliance partner, so we have nothing to do with. That is why the BJP is now trying to turn the tables on the Congress, saying that why didn't you take the action?
And next we talk about the ongoing Delhi liquor scam case and what the defense side in the matter has been struggling with. Now, this is a case that we have covered a number of times on the podcast. But in case you don't know about it, here's Indian Express's Apurva Vishwanath giving us an overview.
So this is the so-called Delhi liquor scam case. So the Delhi government's policy for allotting liquor licenses, which was later scrapped, of course, but the prosecution's case is that there were kickbacks involved in framing of the policy, and these kickbacks were routed to members of the Aam Aadmi Party, which was later then used in their Goa campaign. So this is essentially the case. So there are, of course, two trials happening in this case. One is the CBI case, which is essentially a corruption case because it involves lawmakers, the Chief Minister of Delhi, the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, and other ministers as well. The second case is the money laundering case, which is investigated by the Enforcement Directorate. So the Enforcement Directorate trial is actually at a faster pace, if we can say that, compared to the CBI case.
Right, and this is the case in which Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested.
Yes, so Kejriwal has not been charged with corruption, but he's been charged for money laundering because, again, the ED's case is that money laundering is a standalone offense in itself. The ED's allegation is that the Chief Minister had a role in concealing the laundered money and used it to campaign in Goa. So as the Chief Minister of the state and also the chief of the party itself, he is vicariously responsible for this. So that is the money laundering trial that's happening.
Now in this case, and every other case related to the ED, one of the things that the defense has to do is go to the Enforcement Directorate office to access documents it requires in the case. Apurva tells us what these documents are.
So we are at the stage in the trial where the ED has filed charge sheets against the accused, including against Kejriwal, because there's also a deadline of 60 days. If the ED doesn't file a charge sheet within 60 days, then the accused is entitled to get default bail. So there are multiple charge sheets. I think in this case there are about 10 or 12 charge sheets filed already, mostly for each individually accused person. But after that, the next process in the trial is when the court frames the charges. So basically, the ED's charge sheet, it's the ED's version of the case. Now the court has to look at the charge sheet and say whether prima facie these charges apply. So that is the framing of charges stage. All of this is pre-trial, right? The trial hasn't begun in this case. The trial begins when the court says, yes, there is prima facie a charge of money laundering against Kejriwal, and then he's put on trial, evidence is examined, witnesses are cross-examined, all of this happens, and then eventually the case is decided one way or the other. In the pre-trial stage, what happens is, to argue on framing of charges, the defense needs access